My wife betrayed me with my best friend. They thought I'd be too broken to fight back. They were dead wrong. Chapter 1. The smile that shattered everything. It all started with a lie so small it almost slipped by unnoticed. Working late tonight, babe. Big project deadline. My wife Rachel had said one Tuesday evening, pressing a quick kiss on my cheek as she walked out the door. She was dressed like always. Elegant, poised, effortlessly stunning. Slacks, a silk blouse, a whiff of perfume that smelled professional, but with an edge that made me wonder. I trusted her. God, I wanted to trust her. We'd been together 6 years. Married for 3. She supported me when I launched my consulting firm. We shared everything, dreams, debts, streaming passwords. But lately, she'd been smiling more at her phone than at me. And then there was Damien. My best friend since college, my business partner for 5 years, and the best man at our wedding. Damien, who'd been helping Rachel with a project for her firm. Damien, who lingered too long after Friday poker nights, always offering to walk Rachel to her car, always looking a little too comfortable in my home. I ignored my gut, told myself I was paranoid. Until that Thursday night. A client meeting got cancelled, and I came home earlier than expected. The house was quiet. Rachel wasn't in sight, probably in bed, I figured. But her phone was right there, buzzing on the kitchen counter, lit up with a message preview. I had never invaded her privacy before. I was the guy who believed in trust. But that night something inside me snapped. Opened it. One message, just one, changed everything. Last night was unreal. Your husband really has no clue, huh? You looked so damn sexy coming back for a second round. Followed by a selfie. Both of them naked under a blanket, her head on his chest. His smug grin wide like he just devoured everything I loved. I felt my knees buckle. I dropped into the chair. No screaming. No tears. Just silence. And then, smiled. Not because I was okay. Not because it was funny. But because, in that exact moment, I made a vow. You broke something beautiful. Now, I'll break everything you've built. Quietly. Carefully. Completely. Chapter 2. The Blueprint of Destruction. For the next 2 weeks, I played the perfect husband. I kissed Rachel every morning, smiled at Damien during meetings, laughed at his jokes. I even planned a romantic date night, leaving flowers and sticky notes on Rachel's windshield. Just because I love you. She thought she was safe. While she smiled at her phone, I was building a trap around them both. Damien had forgotten one thing over the years. I owned 65% of our software consulting firm. I held the contracts, legal rights, and client relationships. Damien only handled presentations and tech demos. He had no clue what I was capable of. Quietly, I moved all our key accounts into a new LLC, one he wasn't listed on. I rewrote contracts, transferring clients to this new entity with my most loyal team. People who hated Damien's micromanaging, arrogant behavior. Then I visited my attorney, an old friend who owed me a favor. He drafted an airtight buyout agreement, designed for leverage, not fairness. Meanwhile, I started gathering proof of Rachel's betrayal. Using security software Damien himself had recommended years ago, I installed silent data syncing on Rachel's laptop. Every message, photo, and email forwarded automatically to my private cloud. And oh, the things I found. Dozens of texts, spicy voice notes, photos taken at my own lake house, calendar entries with hotel meetups, booked with my company card, no less. I printed everything, neatly organized it in a leather-bound black folder titled Rachel and Damien, a love story of liars. I knew they were planning their farewell to secrecy weekend soon, an all-expenses-paid cabin getaway Rachel arranged as a gift for me. They thought they'd celebrate their final victory. I had other plans. Chapter 3. The Cabin of Reckoning. The day of the getaway arrived. Rachel was glowing, giddy. Her hair curled perfectly, boots laced up, perfume subtle but sharp. I packed our bags, smiled, played the role. I even texted Damien from her phone. Rachel says bring the wine. We'll meet you there. His reply came fast. Can't wait. Pathetic. The cabin was stunning. Isolated. Luxurious. 3 bedrooms, a hot tub, and panoramic windows overlooking the snowy forest. She excused herself after we arrived, saying she needed to make a quick call. I watched her on the hidden cameras I'd installed the night before. She wasn't calling anyone. She was texting Damien, confirming his arrival. At 6:30 p.m., Damien knocked. Rachel, now in a silk robe, opened the door. Surprise, she giggled. He's in the hot tub out back. Sleep soon. I told him I had a headache. Damien walked in, champagne in hand, smug as ever. But I wasn't in the hot tub. I was watching from upstairs, holding their black folder. As they started kissing, I calmly walked down the stairs. Damien froze. Rachel shrieked. I didn't flinch. Don't stop on my account, I said, placing the folder on the coffee table. What the hell? Damien spat. Smiled. Oh, it's that kind of night. Rachel stammered. Lucas, I'm sure you can explain, I interrupted smoothly. But maybe Damien should read page 17. The part where you told your sister he was just a temporary thrill. Or page 23, where you joked about how boring he is in bed compared to your husband's stamina. I let that sink in. Or perhaps you'd prefer your emails, I added, holding up their burner phone's records. You really thought he changed the password. Damien lunged, but I calmly raised my phone. One step closer and I pressed send. Every client, every sponsor, every partner will see it all by morning. He froze. Smiled. Good. Now sit. Both of you. We're not done. Chapter 4. The Fall of Two Fools. Silence. Thick and suffocating. Rachel collapsed on the couch, trembling. Damien sat down, jaw clenched, hands shaking. I calmly loaded a USB into the TV. Let's watch, I said. Clips, screenshots, audio recordings filled the screen. Rachel mocking Damien behind his back. Damien bragging about using her for fun, while calling her a desperate housewife. Then came the bank statements. Recognize these, Damien? Yes. Your company card paid for their hotels, dinners, gifts. He paled. And you didn't know, I added, smirking. But guess who does? Your wife, Monica. She has everything. And she's been in touch with the IRS. His face collapsed. I turned to Rachel. You'll be served divorce papers tomorrow. Adultery. Misuse of marital funds. No alimony. I'm taking the house and sole custody of Max. She broke down sobbing. You can't do this, she wailed. I leaned in. You did this. I turned back to Damien, revealing my final card. A photo of Monica standing in the cabin lobby. Divorce papers in hand. You didn't think I'd leave her out, did you? The door swung open. Monica walked in, fierce and composed. She walked straight to Damien, handed him the papers and whispered, Now I finally see what you really are. She turned to me, nodded, then walked out. I followed, leaving behind 2 broken shells of people. Because real revenge. It isn't loud. It's silent and absolute. Chapter 5. What They Lost, What I Gained. 6 months later, Rachel lived in a rundown apartment, working 2 part-time jobs to survive. Pilates, spa days, luxury brunches, all gone. Damien never spoke to her again. His fate. Worse. His name was poison in business circles. Whispers of embezzlement destroyed him. Monica sold their house, kept the profits, and moved away, sending me a thank you note. You didn't just expose the truth. You gave me back my life. As for me, thrive. My new firm flourished. My clients respected me more than ever. I traveled. Reconnected with friends I'd neglected during my marriage. Eventually I met someone who valued trust and loyalty. The last time I saw Rachel was at a grocery store. She stood behind me in line, face sunken, cart filled with canned soup and off-brand cereal. She froze when she saw me. I simply smiled, calm, polite, then walked away. Because the true revenge wasn't what I did to them. It was the life I rebuilt after they thought they'd shattered me. Was this revenge justified? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to Lauren's Stories for more chilling tales of betrayal and justice. Because here, every lie gets exposed. And every betrayal meets its reckoning.